Welcome back to the Digital Den. My name is Lucas Alcorn. We're gathered once again with Mr. Phillips for our weekly newsletter.
Morning, Lucas.
How you doing today, sir?
Good, man. How are you?
Doing good. Can't wait for spring break.
It's here. We're about 5 hours away, 4 hours away. We're here, man. I think we're all excited. We're ready to get a few days off. The weather's going to turn good for us. A lot of people traveling. So get everybody, get rested up and get ready to sprint to the finish line here when we get back.
Yes, sir. We have had a really busy 2 weeks.
I know. We haven't done one of these in a couple of weeks. We've been out of town and we've had some exciting stuff going on. Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, first of all, congratulations to our boys basketball team for winning their first ever regional title and advancing to Sweet 16 state tournament. Really got the whole community alive, got the whole school out there. It was just super neat to be in that atmosphere.
Awesome. Pretty cool. Yeah, I think I was there almost all week. I went to every session at Rupp Arena, and none of them were close to what the environment that ours had because of our community and our kids. We purchased ended up purchasing 500 student tickets. Got everybody there. Thank goodness Miss Hinton, Elizabeth Hinton, was an absolute rock star. Stayed back here and helped get kids on buses. Candy Miller, Cameron Chesser stepped in and helped huge from transportation department. So it took a village to get everybody up there and get them back. Everybody represented really well, and boys played hard, just played a really good team, and man, that was pretty exciting in that third quarter when Rupp kind of got rocking a little bit. And we made an impression. I've had quite a few people reach out. It's crazy how when something like that happens, the momentum that can come from that's really huge for not just basketball, but for our community and our school, like you mentioned a while ago. So appreciate everybody. I'm hesitant to start mentioning names. I don't want, because I know I'm gonna forget people, but. Thankful for Coach Burns and those young men that were out there battling, and they accomplished something never been done here before. So now they've set the bar, and that's what it's about. So yeah, great run. I'll be honest, I'm tired. I'm ready for spring break, and partially because of that. But it was I wouldn't change it for anything. It was good.
Yes, sir. On Tuesday, March 12th, our juniors took the ACT. They did a great job, and it went very smooth. We were able to celebrate a good faith effort yesterday for their hard work.
Yeah. So something that we're excited about, excited to get those results back in 6 weeks or so, and a big morning for our kids, and the effort was there, we believe. Heard a lot of good things from our proctors, our teachers that were proctoring those exams. So just excited. One of them things we can show off what we know, and it's always a good day. So.
Yes, sir. This past week has also been a very big couple of weeks for our band and chorus departments. Our chorus had an all-state choir or an all-county choir last Saturday morning, and their chorus concert was this past Monday. Our band concert was last Thursday, went really well, and they had their assessment this week. And just this week, our varsity choir and chamber singers received distinguished ratings at the KMA-EA assessment on Tuesday. Yes. And both groups qualified to go to the state level.
Huge weeks for our band and our choir. They both performed. Our band scored all ones at their assessment, which is as high as you can score. I actually received an email after that from one of the judges there talking about how amazing our band was and one of the best she had ever heard. So that's just, kudos to those students and that hard work that they put in. That's pretty cool because they had a 2-week run too where they were every night they were out at a game, either a girls basketball or boys basketball. So it wasn't like they were just sitting around, hanging out, practicing what they needed to practice. Like they were getting after it during the day, and then a lot of them weren't even going home. They were loading their stuff on buses and out till 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night. So that's what makes it special, man. Like it was really cool. So, and then to get to see our band, they got to perform in Rupp Arena. I think that was pretty cool, an experience for those kids as well. So yeah, that choir had an amazing week, scored through the roof on both their assessments, and they're going to move on to the state level. So just one of them things again was Spencer County doing what we do. So that's exciting.
Setting the bar high. Our seniors have a big couple of weeks ahead of them. All senior projects and components must be completed by April 12th. Yep. And senior defenses are scheduled for April 30th. Yes. This is a little more than 5 weeks away.
Yeah, it's here. Websites have to be finished. Mentoring has to be complete. Community service hours have to be complete. Papers have to be written. That April 30th day is really exciting. We're doing it different this year. We're going to do it over at the Extension office, the 4-H Extension office that we have reserved. Our seniors will be out that day. They're going to have an appointment time to show up and do their defense in front of a panel of people. And that's really exciting. That's a shift we're making in our district, and it's a shift we're making K through 12. This isn't just a high school thing anymore. We have 8th graders going to do defenses. They're actually doing theirs the week we come back from spring break, and then both elementary school 5th graders are going to do some defenses. They're kind of piloting this, and then it's going to become a full-time thing for them next year. So just a pretty cool profile of a learner thing's really taken off, and it's always kind of been the senior project that you work on, but this is going to become a whole 12-year process that students show us what they know, and just exciting. And that's a great day for people in our community to get in and observe what goes on. So if you get wind, or you know somebody that wants to come in and be on one of those panels, it's really cool. You get to sit down with kids and listen to them, and I would encourage anybody to come do that, because young people today get a bad rap, but I promise you they're not any different than we were when I was growing up. Our kids come in here, and whatever bar we sit, that y'all are going to try to reach. And I could get on a soapbox about that, but I won't. But yeah, we're excited we have 228 of you all, I think, that are going to show what you know, and pretty cool. Moving it to like digital form. It used to be binders where you walked in and had a binder. No more. That's all going to be digitally and done through computers and TV screens. So stoked about that. We're really excited for that day. I can't wait for that day. I'll be over there most of the day judging and kind of scoring kids. And it's a big day. There's a lot of business people that come do that. Kids get interviews from those kind of things. So exciting stuff. Big day for our seniors.
I definitely love it on digital. The less papers I have to keep up with,
sure.
the better.
Yeah, the digital websites, we actually presented at the board the other night. We had 3 seniors come over. I have to give them a shout out. Avery Earnshaw, Jesse Allgaier, and Brooklyn Wright came over to the board meeting Monday night. Man, if you listen to those 3, if you're looking for somebody to work or colleges or wherever, they're headed to do big things, man. Those 3 young ladies have it together, and they're just small example of all of you all, that are ready to get out there and be productive. And but they presented in front of our board, and a packed house. We had all kinds of people at the board meeting, and pretty impressive stuff to see the websites and see what that looks like. It's good stuff. The digital thing's huge. You got to get rid of all those papers and things. That's a huge thing. So.
Yes. As a reminder, to see our counselor site along with our class pages website and our college and career website, look for the sites in our description of this podcast, and this can help you learn information going on in these areas.
Yep.
Prom tickets will go on sale April 9th. Reminder, our prom is scheduled for May 11th at the Kentucky Derby Museum.
A couple things on that. I'll link. When the email comes this afternoon, I'll have those, so you'll have the video link, but you'll also have links to those web pages. And we also now, Ms. Kessler runs our prom. She has a really good, really nice prom website that I'll link in starting this week, where you can go, and any information that parents or students need for prom. One of the coolest things I've seen developed here. It's just a tool for you all to utilize, and when you have those questions, you're sitting at home, you can click, you can get to it, and if you have that question, I can promise you it's on there. So parents, make sure and check that out, because we do have those ticket sales starting. I think the first part's just seniors only. April 9th will be seniors only, and then we'll open it up to juniors a week or 2 later. We'd like to make sure seniors get that chance first. So excited about Kentucky Derby Museum. I know there's some parents out there that are worried about the travel and things of that nature, but I promise we'll get them down there and get them taken care of, and we have plenty of staff that'll be there. We have secure parking down there, which I'm okay with. And I think when our students get in there, there's going to be some things going on that I've never heard of at a prom, and I'm really excited to get in there and see. I'm not going to open the can there, but I'll let kids figure that out when they get there. But that's a busy week. May 11th, and prom, and May 17th, last day of school, and I'm sure we're going to talk about a graduation date here in a minute that was approved the other night at the board. So that's the number one question I get this time of year, is when we graduate. And so I go ahead and throw that in now. All parents, if you haven't seen it, I'm sure you have, because I guess it's all over social media. But graduation May 23rd. That's a Thursday night, 6 o'clock, Robin Arena. Our last day of school is on the 17th. We could not do the 18th or the 19th. The fairgrounds, they use their parking for the PGA Championship that week. So buses are in and out of there, and they use all their parking. So they kind of isolated that weekend for them to use that. So we could not get in. We didn't want to wait till the following weekend, because then we start getting into other schools that need it, and we fall down the pecking order at that point. We fall down the list. So just wanted to get it there, get it done. It'll be cool to give our teachers. We can come in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and wrap up what we need to do on Thursday and get to graduation, and everybody can start their summer. So excited for that day. But yeah, remember that. Put it on your calendars, May 23rd.
Yep, sprinting to the end.
Yes.
Moving to sports, both our basketball team seasons came to an end within the last 2 weeks. We talked about the historic run for our boys basketball team. They finished with a record of 25-10 and were the 30th district and 8th region champs. Their season came to an end this past Wednesday at Rupp Arena against Great Crossing, the number 1 ranked team in the state at the state tournament. They played so well, but ultimately I think it was size.
It was, man. It was, we were down 21-11, I believe, and we made a run and got it to within 1 when Kellen hit that, that probably 40-footer right at halftime. And it looked really reminiscent of Cam's shot at Henry County, kind of the same spot on the floor from where I was sitting, like same same type deal. So yeah, I made a run in the third quarter, and then their length just eventually kind of won out a little bit. Wouldn't trade our team for anybody, and those kids battled, and they've been invested in that program for 4 years. A lot of them are seniors, so next year we'll have some boys that get a chance to kind of jump in and take over that role. And then our girls team, man, what a run! We talked about that a few weeks ago. 3 points away from going to Rupp, and then lost to an Anderson County team that really, they ended up losing in the first round of it, but they got beat by a team that went to the semifinals. So right there, good stuff. So we got a lot of graduating seniors out of both those groups, but I can promise you, Coach Howie and Coach Burns got it moving in the right direction. So great seasons, unbelievable.
Speaking of that Anderson County game, they ended up losing by 3 as they advanced to the regional championship for the second time in school history. They finished up with a record of 23-12 and were the 30th district and 8th region runner-ups. Yep. Congrats to both teams, and thank you so much for the community to show your support.
Just the last thing on that, our region championship game, that environment was better than any environment at the Girls Sweet 16 in Rupp Arena. Wow, it was something. That gym was packed. I don't know if I've ever been in a gym that was hotter. I don't know how those girls were doing it. It was, what an environment. Pretty cool for not only us. Anderson County showed up too. They show up, but our community showed up and created an environment, seriously, that Rupp Arena did not provide for any game that I was up there for the Girls Sweet 16. So kudos to our community again.
Very interesting. Moving on to our spring sports, our baseball team is off to a great start. Their record is 6-1 and 1.
So they played 8 games?
8 games. 8 games.
I haven't been to one yet. That's so bad. We're going to blame that on Howie and Burns. Right. They kept our basketball seasons going too long.
With their only loss coming to a top-ranked team in Eastern. Our baseball team travels to Western Hills tonight before traveling to Fort Walton Beach over spring break.
I think they leave Saturday morning. Coach Dill's off to a great start. Kudos to him, man. Coach Lee Ellen Thomas, softball. I know you're going to get to that here in a minute, but they both, as a former baseball coach, I'm not going to say it's my favorite sport, but I do really love baseball. Kudos to both of them, because their season opened up the week a lot of our basketball stuff was going on. Both of them canceled games, and it was 70 degrees and sunny outside. And trust me, as a spring coach, you don't get that early on in March around in Kentucky real often. So, but they wanted their players they wanted to be able to go and support both those teams. And that says a lot, because I know, like in our region championship, I know that we had played, I think, Walton Verona or Simon Kenton, one of those games that we were playing. They didn't cancel any games, so their baseball, softball, and track were still out playing, and it just hurt their environment. It hurts their that support that they need. So kudos to them, because I know that takes a lot to give those games up and try to reschedule them when you have that kind of weather outside. And so thankful for both of them. And they're both off to a pretty good start.
Very good. Our softball team has started off this season with a record of 3-3. Yep. They host Fairdale tonight, and then will be off for spring break. Yeah,
they've off to a really good start. Got a good win the other night that I heard, and then it's just the Ellens got those girls going in the right direction. I haven't been to one of their games yet either, so I've got to start getting here and get that settled down, and because I love the spring sports. It's always that sign of summer, and we'll get out and support them and get our students here, and we're excited when we get back from spring break.
Yes, sir. More spring sports. Our tennis teams have gotten off to a good start. Boys and girls are both undefeated right now.
Combs got them rolling.
Girls are 4-0. They beat Bullitt East yesterday and Collins on Monday, and J-Town and Eminence last week. Boys are 3-0. They beat Collins on Monday, J-Town and Eminence last week. And girls and boys both play Shelby today after school.
Yeah.
So show out.
Miss Combs, we have more tennis players than I think this team probably around. Like, she's got some momentum going there too. A lot of kids are out there, and pretty cool. I've been around that the last couple of years. I had a child involved in that, so I can speak to her her excellence in coaching and dealing with things, and she's amazing. So we are grateful for her. All those girls and boys out there playing and getting it done, and 7-0 total. That's pretty daggone good. That's a good start to the season. You can't win them all if you don't win them first 4, right?
Yes, sir.
That's the way we look at that.
Our track team has gotten off, started practicing. Their first meet will be Bullitt East on Tuesday and return from spring break.
Yeah, I think that we actually have a home meet this year coming up on a day, too, that we'll get to later on. We're excited about that, show off our track and our facilities. Something I've never seen done here. I don't know if it's happened before, but excited. Coach Howie kind of runs with that a little bit, and excited to get out there and see what they got. So they'll start when we get back from the break. So that's good stuff.
Yes, sir. And other announcements, next week is spring break. Today is our last day for students until Tuesday, April 9th. So don't come to school.
Yeah, so you're out tomorrow. Don't forget that. You're out tomorrow, and then you're out Monday that we come back. So we won't return until that Tuesday. And I think that gives us, I think I did the math earlier, 15 days until we start state testing. So we're going to start state testing on April 30th, which is the same day our senior defenses are. That's intentional, right? All of our seniors are out of the building. Juniors and sophomores will be testing. That's who test at this level. And we got to get serious about that. So we got 15 days to get focused. We got to make sure that we're kind of locked in, and we got to use these days. A lot of schools start to slack when they come back from spring break. We can't have that. We got to make sure that we're ready to go. So our teachers will be ready and our kids will be ready.
Yes, sir. Now it's time to announce the winner of the Staff Person of the Week. Congratulations to...
So this week, we're going to hit our social studies department. We're going to go to Mr. Alex Warford. Mr. Warford's an amazing teacher, freshman social studies teacher, just really locked into kids and really tries to help them succeed. Teaches some AP Human Geography for us. Really tries to push those kids. I say all the time, I believe that's, if not, it's one of the top, most difficult classes in our building. Really tough. It's a college level class, and then you put that on top of kids that have never experienced high school because they're ninth graders. You put that mixture together, and it makes it a really difficult class. So thankful for him, what he does and what he brings every day. He's kind of a laid back guy. He's kind of got that demeanor, that he's got that even keel vibe about him, like he's the same every day. So we're thankful to have him. Love that he's here, and yeah, we'll get that to him this afternoon, or we might even give it to him when we return from the break, but we'll get him taken care of. And we had Lauren Martin last week, who we didn't get to announce. We put that on social media, but since we didn't do one of these last week, I want to make sure she's recognized as well. English teacher for us that helps with, great 11th grade English, but helps with ACT stuff. She's our ACT guru. Her and Miss Byer handle a lot of that stuff, so just really thankful. She puts a lot of time in outside of her class for that stuff. So thankful for both of them. We'll get that chain moved over to Mr. Warford today or on when we return. So
congratulations to both of you.
Yep.
That's all we have for our newsletter today. Do you have any closing remarks?
Just make sure that testing date. So April 30th, May 1st, and May 2nd are going to be our days testing. Our sophomores will take math reading. Juniors take science, social studies, and on-demand writing. So make sure you're locked in and ready. That's all on computer. There's no more writing. There's no more Scantrons or anything like that. So we'll make sure we're ready to go there. But that's a few weeks away, and we'll continue to talk about that when we return on our newsletters. But I just want parents to have that information to make sure that you make sure your kids are here that day, those days, and we'll get them tested, state testing. And I know people have different opinions on that, but it does give us a gauge of kind of where we're at. So we'll see where we stand, but we'll get everybody here and get them motivated, and we'll show what we know again.
All right. Well, thank you, sir, for being on the show again.
Appreciate it. Long one today, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. For our YouTube channel, please like and subscribe, and also follow us on our Instagram account at digitalden.schs. Thank you again, and everyone have a great day and a nice break.